You're listening to exclusive baseball coverage on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network is proud to serve the community and beyond. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. Be sure to visit our website at www.obnradio.com. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live broadcast here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Mike Prince here with you. We are live from Wharton, Texas at Wharton Tigers Stadium as the Wharton Pioneers will take on the Coastal Bend Cougars. The Cougars come in with a 2-4 record, and the Pioneers come in with a 3-3 record. Both teams are just about set up and ready to go. Today's broadcast being made possible by the good people from Apple Ford Hyundai Brenham, and we're going to take a break and hear from them, and we'll be right back with more of our pregame show right here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Pioneer Baseball. This is Mike Prince. Keep it where you got it, and we'll be right back.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best-kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial a toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. And welcome back. Both coaches are going over their ground rules, exchanging rosters. Coach Michael Chavez for the Coastal Bend Cougars, and, of course, Coach Keith Case for the Wharton Pioneers. So the teams are getting ready. Pioneers coming off a rough loss the last outing against McLennan. McLennan Highlanders had their way, winning by the score of 13-3, and I guess that was because Mr. Gruber was not traveling with them to make sure that everything was okay. So the Pioneers are ready to go. Both teams have their starting lineups. We'll go quickly for the Coastal Bend Cougars. Coastal Bend will have leading off Race Gatlin. He's wearing number 1. He'll be in center field. You have Hector Gallegos. He'll be at shortstop. He is wearing number 12. You have Mr. Benny Zamunio. Zamunio plays first base wearing number 17. The designated hitter is Ross Carter. Ross Carter wears number 28. Josh Cruz will be at third base wearing number 9. You have John Ramirez. He'll be catching wearing number 7. And Mr. Zach Hutchison will be in right field wearing number 10. Batting 7th will be, Adam Esquivel. He'll be at second base. He wears number 6. And batting 9th will be Brandon Cantu in left field wearing number 8. For the Pioneers will have leading off Mr. Ivan Garza. Garza's wearing number 4, playing shortstop. Tim Blanken, he has been moved over to third base for this first game. He's wearing number 10. Austin Zellweger, number 15 at second base. Jacob Barfield, first baseman, wearing number 29. Dallas Stefano will be in right field wearing number 20. Ricky Gonzalez will be at the designated hitter spot wearing number 44. He normally plays third base. And Mr. Rene Pineda will be catching wearing number 18. Luke Measer will be in left field wearing number 22. Mr. Anthony Reed will be wearing number 27 in center field. Teams are coming out on the field. They're about to have the national anthem presented. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the opening pitch of tonight's contest between the Pioneers and the Cougars. Keep it where you got it, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Pioneer Baseball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. With over 20 years of experience as a lawyer, attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. can help you with whatever your need may be. Divorce, car accidents, criminal case, wills, deeds, trust, civil suits, parent and child relationships. Contact Richardson's Law Office located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. You can call them at 979-826-8008. Attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. in Hempstead, Texas. Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Prince here with you. We got things all situated. Starting pitcher for the Pioneers will be Mr. Bailey Darden. Darden's last outing was a gem. He went 5 innings, pitched 61 pitches, had a no-hitter that he resided with, ended up with 8 strikeouts. He'll be on the mound tonight, or today, I should say. A beautiful day, 71 degrees and sunny, beautiful skies, and it's a great day for some baseball. No wind showing as of yet, according to Old Glory in center field. Want to remind you today's broadcast is being exclusively made by Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. Give them a visit and see why they're called the best-kept secret in Brazos Valley. The Pioneers are about ready to go as the throw from Pineda will head down to second base as they are ready to get things on the way. And the leadoff will be Mr. Race Gatlin. Gatlin ready to go. He's batting from the left-hand side as we get ready to face Mr. Darden here. Our first pitch off it up is a strike, and we got the first pitch on the way at 1:58 p.m., a little earlier than scheduled, but nonetheless, we are in effect. Second pitch on the way from Darden is swung on and tapped foul out of play, and the count goes quickly to 0-2. So Darden off to where he picked up at, where he left off, and ready to get things back on the way. Batting from the left-hand side is Mr. Race Gatlin, and the 0-2 pitch is fouled back out of play, and the count will remain at 0-2. Race Gatlin come in batting a hefty .389 in the leadoff spot as he is ready to go. They've got the Kansas City Royal look. We'll explain those colors in just a moment. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and that is strikeout number 1 for Mr. Darden. So it brings up now the shortstop, Hector Gallegos. Gallegos coming in. He's playing shortstop. He wears number 12. They call him Trey affectionately. Trey is batting 167 right now as he takes ball 1 here in his first at bat against Mr. Darden. Pioneers in their home white pants, red tops, white hats with the red bills. The 1-0 pitch misses, and it is 2-0. On deck is Benny Zamudio, I should say. There's a strike in. It's 2-1 is the count. The Cougars have these baby blue pants with the royal blue tops, and there's a strike two, makes it all even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As they come in ready to go wearing the dark or the royal blue stockings. 2-2 pitch offered up, and that ball is fouled back out of play, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful day here in Wharton. 71 degrees at the first pitch. First pitch got off at 158. Mr. Darden is working hard, and that one misses just inside, makes it all full count. Mudio is on deck. He is in at the first baseman's position. So this payoff pitch is about to be offered up now to Mr. Gallegos. Darden checks in. He kicks and fires. There's a ball swung on and missed, and there is another strikeout for Mr. Darden. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts. First baseman, Vinny Zamudio. Zamudio comes in. He's batting from the right-hand side as well. He wears number 17 for these Cougars. First pitch offered up is a breaking ball that finds the strike zone for strike 1. So Zamudio comes in. He's batting .294 for the Cougars. There's one gets away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in the top half of the first inning, scheduled for 2. As we get ready to open up the floodgates with baseball today. 1-1 pitch offered up. There's a breaking ball. It falls in, and there is another strike. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Darden picking up where he left off from. And just as I said that, he hits Zamudio, and that will be a free pass. Hit by pitch, and it brings up now the designated hitter, Ross Carter.
Brings up the designated hitter, Ross Carter.
Ross Carter wearing number 28, coming in. He's batting .222. Bats from the left-hand side. Carter, pretty nice-sized fella here. They don't have his, as the ball gets in the dirt, past the catcher, and Pineda needs to hustle up because, it hit the batter. I'm sorry, hit the batter. 2 hit batters in a row. 2 hit batters in a row.
Brings up third baseman, Josh Cruz.
So Cruz comes up to bat now. Cruz playing third base. He's wearing number 9. Cruz coming in. He's batting .412. And it's just a guy you don't want to see with runners on the pads here in this top half of the first inning. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball gets in for strike 1. So 2 quick outs on strikeouts for Darden, and he's hit the last 2 batters he's faced. He's up on top of Cruz right now. 0-1, stepping off the rubber. Now Pineda wants to go out and talk with him and discuss the issue at hand. I want to let him know. 1 is fastball, 2 is curve, 3 is slider, and 4 is duck. So now the meeting has been adjourned, and they get ready to try and sort things out. And the 0-1 pitch about to be offered up by Darden. He checks in with Pineda, pitching from the stretch. Runners at first and second. There's a swing and a miss, and it is quickly 0-2 to Mr. Cruz. Pineda steps in and lowers his fingers for his signal. Darden agrees. He kicks and fires. Breaking ball, and Darden was ready to head toward the the mound, and you could hear in the crowd, Mike, someone said, "Oh no, we thought we had that." So now the 1-2 pitch offered up. There's a swing and a strikeout and that is going to retire the Cougars. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners on. We're going to the bottom of the first inning, no score. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there is technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back. We're ready to start off this bottom half of the first inning. Leading off for the Pioneers will be Mr. Ivan Garcia. Garcia batting from the right-hand side, wearing number 4. Third baseman for the Cougars, Cruz, is expecting the bunt. First pitch is in for a strike from Mr. Sanchez. Sanchez batting from the right-hand side, working pretty fast. He throws a big winding breaking ball, and that misses. And we're all even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. There's a ball hit toward the right field, and it could be trouble if down, and it's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 is the count. We're just on the way here. Bottom of the first inning. The Pioneers and the Cougars locked up on Valentine's Day weekend, or this Valentine's Day period. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one. The 1-2 pitch, there's a ball popped out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pioneers, last outing, they were victims to the Highlanders, lost 13-3. The overall season record is 3-3 as they get ready for conference play coming up next week. Breaking ball, and that is a beauty of a pitch for strikeout number 1 for the Coastal Bend pitcher, Randy Sanchez. Brings up now Tim Blakeney, third baseman. Blakeney coming in. He is batting .300. He hits a shot right back up the middle. The first pitch he sees for the first hit for the Pioneers. Want to give a shout-out to Mr. Bill Blanchard. Bill Blanchard, the father of Will Blanchard, letting him know that he was picked up loud and clear on that crowd mic. Remind him that his family programming, not that he didn't say anything out of whack. Zellweger comes up now, batting from the right-hand side, ready to go. First pitch he sees is a strike, and Mr. Sanchez works extremely fast as he's ready to go. He's ready to go for the next pitch, waiting on his pitcher Ramirez or catcher Ramirez to give him the signal. He agrees, kicks fire, another breaking ball. That one misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Austin Zellweger coming in batting .400 in this young season for the Pioneers. Awaits. The runner goes. There's a swing and a miss. The throw from catcher is not going to be in time. That is going to be a stolen base for Blakeney. Zellweger was swinging. It's 1-2 is the count now. On deck, Jesse Barfield. Base hit, good. Set the Pioneers up. Pitcher checks, kicks, fires. There's another breaking ball. Good stop by the catcher Ramirez. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Exchanging balls for Mr. Sanchez. Other ball exchange. There's only 3 balls in the bag, son. Yes, sir. So now ready to go will be Sanchez. Sanchez digging in, ready to face off with Zellweger. Breaking ball hit toward the right side, out of play. And it will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defensively for Coastal Bend, they have Cantu in left field, Gatlin in center field, Hutchison in right field, Gallegos at shortstop, Esquivel is at second base, Zamudio at first, Cruz at third, and Ramirez is catching. The pickoff move to the second base is got past, and a late start, and advancing to third base will be Blakeney. Blakeney got a late start. The center fielder, Gatlin, had the ball, but his throw was a little bit up the line, and Blakeney was able to recover. The pickoff move fails, and will be an advancement for Blakeney. So now base hit will definitely bring in the run. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Pioneers trying to strike blood first here from Wharton, Texas. Pitch off it up. There's a ball hit toward right field, and it is back deep as Hutchison. He catches it, and tagging up will be Blakeney. Blakeney comes in, and that'll be an RBI sacrifice fly for Mr. Zellweger.
Brings up the first baseman, second Barfield.
So the Pioneers
Then we have John Ramirez.
strikes first with the run, brings up now Jacob Barfield for the Pioneers. Barfield, the big first baseman, takes ball 1. Give you some numbers on Barfield here in just a tick-tock. There's another breaking ball. That one misses. 2-0 is the count. And Barfield might as well get used to that. That's what he's going to see most of the season. Barfield coming in batting .333 for the Pioneers. There's a ball hit toward right center field, giving chase. And that ball drops down right in front of the right fielder, Hutchison. And that's going to be another base hit for the Pioneers.
Brings up the right fielder, Dallas Stefano.
Brings up Dallas Stefano. Stefano comes up, and he's batting from the left-hand side. Stefano has shown some power here early in the season for the Pioneers. As a matter of fact, Stefano is leading the team. We're tied for the lead with a home run as Stefano comes in and gets ready to display his talents. He takes an uppercut swing, fouls that back, and it's 0-1. Mr. Stefano. Stefano ready to go. Stefano coming in. Believe it or not, he's batting. Steal by Barfield. You caught me off. It's right there. The late steal by Barfield. 1-2 is the count to Stefano. Oh, that one hits him, and Stefano slings the bat toward the third base dugout for the Pioneers. He'll go to first base. Brings up designated hitter Ricky Gonzalez. Gonzalez coming in from the right-hand side wearing number 44. And when he's not designated hitting, he's normally playing third base. He comes in with a 125 average. His first pitch is a ball outside from Sanchez. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Pioneers and the Cougars. There's a ball inside. 2-0 is the count. On deck will be the catcher, Renee Pineda, I'm sorry. 2-0 pitch. That ball is hit on the right side, giving chase, and running out of real estate will be first baseman Zamudio. Now 2 balls and 1 strike here in the bottom half of the first inning. Sanchez checks the pitch. There's a breaking ball, and that gets in for strike count. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning. Pioneers and the Cougars. Runners go. That's balls tap foul out of play. And everyone will go back to do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Deuces running wild. Something's got to happen. I got Mr. Groover over here, the PA announcer, saying something's got to happen. Pitch on the way, and the strikeout is what happens. So that will retire Mr. Gonzalez and the Pioneers, but the Pioneers get 1 run off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We've completed 1 inning of work. Pioneers on top of the Cougars, 1-0.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there's technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
All right, welcome back here. Top of the second inning. The Pioneers on top by the score of 1-0. Mr. Darden will be facing off with the catcher, number 7, John Ramirez, followed by Zach Hutchison, and Mr. Adam Esquivel for the Coastal Bend. Pitch is taken for ball 1. Got some bullpen activity for the Cougars, and there's a strike in for 1-1 count. The new bullpen pitcher is Chris Solano, number 5 for Coastal Bend. The breaking ball gets in for strike 2. 1-2 is the count as Ramirez taps the bat on the plate, takes a dry cut, ready to receive his 1-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss for strikeout number 4 for Mr. Darden. Zach Hutchison will now come up to bat for these Coastal Bend Cougars. Batting from the left-hand side. Pitch on the way. There's a ball hit for it. Left field, out of play for strike 1. Gordon wins the count. Darden off to a fantastic start here in the top of the second inning. Pioneers on top. The pitch on the way. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike is our count. 1-0 is our score here in the early parts of Game 1, scheduled for 2 here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Breaking ball hits the back door, and that makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zach Hutchison, the right fielder for the Cougars, awaits the 1-2 pitch. There's a ball popped up, and Pineda should have room as he takes off his mask. He makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up now Adam Esquivel. Esquivel, wearing number 6, playing second base. Mr. Esquivel comes in batting .571. The sophomore second baseman digging in from the right-hand side. See how he'll pair off against Mr. Darden. Pitch on the way, and there he is, strike 1. Darden does an excellent job of getting that first pitch over for the strike as he works now the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 is our score here in the top of the second inning. Pioneers on top of the Cougars of Coastal Bend. The 1-1 pitch offered up, that ball missed. Oh, inside for strike 2. On the plate was Esquivel. He jumps back, and Blue says you need to get off the plate so you can hit that pitch. And he calls it a strike. The 1-2 delivery on the way. There's a swing and a tapper right back to Darden. He flips it over to Mr. Barfield, and that will be the 1-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Pioneers on top, 1-0.
Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best-kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial a toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas.
All right, welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're in Wharton, Texas. The Pioneers on top by the score of 1-0. The throw has been made down to second base as we're getting ready for Mr. Rene Pineda to come up, the catcher for the Pioneers. He'll be followed by Luke Meza, left fielder, and number 27 playing center field, Anthony Reed. I want to remind you that you can follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. I'm finding out that Open Mic, or not Open Mic, but Facebook is considered for the old folk now. And Twitter and Instagram, I guess once we catch up with Twitter and Instagram, they'll leave us again. They don't want us invading their social media world. So now we get ready to go for this second inning of work. Pineda takes strike 1 on the inside corner as he faces off against Mr. Sanchez. Sanchez working fast. As we mentioned again, that breaking ball misses, and it's 1-1 is the count. Sanchez, and Pineda steps out. He says, wait a minute, he's working a little bit too fast. As Randy gives that to, that's going to be a bobble ball, and not in time. It's going to be reached by an error. E4, the second baseman, Esquivel, could not handle the shot hit right at him by Pineda. So it will be an E4, first error of the game, and at first base is Pineda. Brings up now Luke Meza. Meza coming in from the right-hand side, showing bunt. The runner goes. There's a little blooper hit towards center field, and Pineda has to go back because making the catch and the throw offline. Good grief. What a dodge bullet that was for the Pioneers, because the center fielder, Gatlin, caught it. Don't know what Pineda was thinking about on that one. Ball hit right in front of him. He touched second base, had to touch it again to get back, and the throw, fortunately, was up line, as getting back safely was Pineda. So it brings up Anthony Reed right now. Anthony Reed playing center field as he takes ball 1. After Reed will be the top of the lineup. Reed batting 125 on this young season. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball, makes it 1-1. 1-1 is the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Pioneers on top by the score of 1-0. Pitcher offers up another breaking ball. That was a beauty. Both of these pitchers' breaking balls are looking pretty nice today, as Randy Sanchez is on top, 1-2, as he faces Anthony Reed. Pineda at first base. He does not go. There's a tapper hit back toward the second baseman, Esquivel. He's touched. Oh, and a good adjustment. Double play. That's going to go 4-3 double play for Reed. What happened on that particular play, you had Pineda at first base, and Esquivel just simply grabs it, touches him, and flips it over in time for the double play. So there were no runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. We have completed 2 innings of work, and the Pioneers are on top by the score of 1-0. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there's technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the top of the third inning. Pioneers on top by the score of 3. I'm sorry, it's top of the third is only 1-0. I'm giving them 2 more runs. Brandon Cantu will lead off for the Cougars here in the top of the third inning, as Mr. Darden will try to complete the first order of business for this lineup. And that first pitch is in for strike 1. Darden's looking pretty strong here as he gets ready, pitching from the windup. He kicks and fires. There's another ball. That one just inside. Makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. This is game 1 of 2. Both games are scheduled for 7 innings apiece. Breaking ball hits inside corner, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he's got like a slider and a curveball, and both of them seem to be working as he goes quickly now 1-2 against Cantu. There's a ball downstairs, and it's 2-2 is the count. Both pitchers seem to be working a pretty feverish pace. As the 2-2 pitch, that ball is hit toward left field, giving chase is Misa, and that ball is going to be foul. For a second there, I had to make sure that it didn't go over there because got a pretty good hit on it, but ran out of real estate, did Misa. So coming back now will be Cantu. Cantu ready to go with the 2-2 count he's facing. As he pops that one up on the left side, Blakeney in third base foul territory makes the grab, and that will retire Mr. Cantu. It brings up now the leadoff, Mr. Race Gatlin.
Brings up the leadoff center fielder.
Gatlin was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. He's not alone. There are 4 strikeouts for Darden thus far. He's ready to come in, face off against the left-handed batting Gatlin. He pokes that in the air. Oh, what a diving attempt. And making the grab was Rene Pineda. He hustles down third base line and catches the ball just before it hits the ground for the foul catch and out for out number 2. Great job and some athleticism shown by Pineda. Brings up now Hector Gallegos. Gallegos was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning, as he will try to face off against the very hot Darden. Darden's breaking ball misses upstairs. 1-0 is the count. First pitch started at 1:58. 2 o'clock start, and they're rolling right along. There's a ball hit back foul out of play, and it will make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Digging in is Gallegos, and he hits that one right back to the pitcher, and that is going to be a 1-3 put out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Pioneers on top of the Coastal Bend Cougars by the score of 1-0. We're going to take us a break, and we'll be right back with more Pioneer baseball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. With over 20 years of experience as a lawyer, attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. can help you with whatever your need may be. Divorce, car accidents, criminal case, wills, deeds, trust, civil suits, parent and child relationships. Contact Richardson's Law Office located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. You can call them at 979-826-8008. Attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. in Hempstead, Texas. Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get ready to start this bottom half of the 3rd inning. Mike Prince here with you from Wharton, Texas. The leadoff man, Mr. Ivan Garcia, he was a strikeout victim, called out on strikes in his first at-bat back in that 1st inning. He is ready to face Mr. Sanchez, and the first pitch he sees, he hits down the right field line, and camping up under it in fair territory will be the right fielder Hutchison for out number 1.
Brings up the 3rd baseman, Jimmy Blakeney.
Blakeney will now come up for the Pioneers. Blakeney got on, stole a base, and scored back in the 1st inning. He had the first hit of today's contest. Pioneers have 2 hits. See if Blakeney can make it number 3. As the first pitch he sees is a ball. And 1-0 pitch. There's a ball hit underneath the diving 3rd baseman's glove. Mr. Cruz for the 2-for-2 start for Mr. Blakeney.
Brings up the 2nd baseman, Austin Zellweger.
Blakeney 2 at-bats. Oh, and what happened? As I was writing down in the book, Blakeney ends up at 3rd base. Well, what happened was it was a lazy throw, and the ball just got away. And meanwhile, Blakeney is at 3rd base. I looked down to write down So what happened on the infield throw, the ball got away, and an alert Blakeney gets ahead. He will actually advance on an error throw. He's at 3rd base, and the breaking ball now to Zellweger falls in for strike 1. And just like that, wow, that was a throwing error, but what a big mental error that was for the Cougars. Infield now playing in, pitching from the windup is Sanchez, and he's quickly on top of Zellweger about his 0-2 count. 1-0 is our score. Bottom of the 3rd inning right here. The 0-2 pitch, that one is blocked as it was in the dirt. Good stop that time by the catcher, Ramirez. Outfield is playing straight away. The infield is in at all positions. Breaking ball. That one misses, and another good stop by the catcher, Ramirez, and now it's all even at 2-2. Head coach Michael Chavez has his infield playing in. There's the ball hit sharply to the shortstop, and that's booted off his glove. That's going to be another error and a run. It was hit shortly by Zellweger, but that's going to have to be considered an E6. As not able to take care of that was Gallegos. And it brings in Mr. Blakeney. 2 errors here in the third inning, and the Pioneers capitalized, getting a run across. So it brings up Jacob Barfield. Barfield has a stolen base and a single to add to his stats as he swings mightily, and that ball is fouled back out of play for strike 1. 0-1's the count. 2-0 is our score. In the bottom of the third inning, Pioneers on top of the Cougars. Ready to go back to work now. Sanchez, breaking ball, and that one falls in. And he has not missed much with that breaking ball thus far on today's start. 0-2 delivery being offered up to Barfield. Runner at first base is Zellweger. Timeout called by Barfield, and it's granted. 0-2 is the count. 1 out. Barfield ready to get himself readjusted. And now they're playing a little head game right now, going back and forth. And now they seem to be ready to go. Sanchez kicks. That ball is outside. 1-2 is the count. On deck is Dallas Stefano. He was hit by pitch his last at bat. As Barfield now trying to slow the pace down, and he hits a ball sharply down third baseline, foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in this bottom of the third inning. Barfield is the 4th batter of the inning. Zellweger is at first base. He reached on error. Got a run to add, and there's another stepping out of the box by Barfield. Timeout is granted, and Sanchez ready to go just that quick, and he misses, and it's 2-2. Sanchez works extremely fast, and Barfield, one of these big guys, he likes to kind of get through a little routine, and he's not getting that opportunity. There's another ball. 3-2 is the count now. So Barfield has worked it back to a payoff pitch situation. The runner at first base is Zellweger, has decent speed. We'll see if he'll be going on the pitch. Barfield asking for timeout. Sanchez ready to go, and he does. The runner goes, and that's ball 4. This guy, Sanchez, is, when you say a pitching machine, he is just like you drop the ball down in the feeder, and he's ready to go. Stefano now comes up, batting from the left-hand side. As we mentioned earlier, he was hit by pitch. Didn't hurt his batting average, so he's still there. And the first pitch, he golfs foul down the first base line. Stefano batting, .375. As he awaits now. Sanchez delivers that ball, misses outside, took a little something off of it, and it is 1 ball and 1 strike. I mean, Sanchez is back, ready to go again. Stefano steps out and says, wow, I mean, this guy works fast. Kicks and fires. There's a ball popped straight up. Ramirez, the catcher, thought about going for it, but realizes it would have been a waste of energy. And it goes to 1-2. The umbrellas are out, blocking the sun. 71 degrees at the start of today's contest. Pioneers with a 3-3 record, trying to increase that to 4-3, up 2-0. There's a ball hit into left center field. That's going to get down. They're going to wave the runner in. The throw is cut off, and no, and not in time, as that will be Zellweger scoring. Not a strong throw by Cantu. It was cut off, and the run does come in. That will be an RBI single for Stefano. So Mr. Groover here is questioning the cutoff. The cutoff couldn't have been no more than 10 feet from home plate, as it took more energy for Zamundo to cut the ball off and to get it. We have a conference now out on the mound. Meanwhile, the Pioneers get their second run in this third inning to make it a 3-0 score. They have 2 hits thus far, benefactors of 2 errors. So the meeting has been broken up. The pitching coach, Mr. Oscar Resendez, comes out and talks with his team. Says, hey, guys, just like we practiced it. Only thing is, this is real. So Ricky Gonzalez, he was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. He will come up now with 1 out here in the third. And he hits a ball toward left center field. That's going to be trouble. It's down in the gap. That's going to bring in 1 run for sure. Coming around third base is Stefano. They're going to wave him home. The throw is in time. Stefano is out. And trying to get to third base was Gonzalez, and he's out. So Gonzalez brings in Barfield.
After 3 innings of play, we have
Barfield scores. And you have Stefano, who was out at third base. That would go 8-6-2, and then you had the RBI single by Gonzalez, and Gonzalez is thrown out 2-5. He does get the RBI, but I can assure you that Coach Case is not happy with the outcome of that. Besides the Pioneers getting 3 runs off of 3 hits, 2 errors, and no one left on base. We have completed 3 innings of work. The Pioneers on top by the score of 4-0. We're going to take us a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Pioneer Baseball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it where you got it, and we'll be right back.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
You are listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back. We're starting this top half of the 4th inning. Pioneers on top, 4-0. Zamunio, he swings at the first pitch he sees. That ball is hit to right center field. Camped up under it is Mr. Anthony Reed for out number 1. Pioneers got 3 runs across back in that third inning, but some ill-advised base running cut that rally off. That could have been a huge inning for the Pioneers. So it brings up now the designated hitter, Ross Carter. Carter was hit by pitch his last at bat as he faces up against Darden, and he takes ball 1. Matter of fact, the first pitch he saw was a pitch on the hip. Now the second pitch was a ball. Third pitch will be a strike call. 1-1 is our count. 4-0 is our score. The place to be is Wharton, Texas. Beautiful, sunny Wharton, Texas. And guess what? They do have peanuts. That's a strike call. Some of you may be wondering what I'm referencing to. I sent my son to go get some peanuts, and he comes back and says there are no peanuts in Wharton, Texas. Newsflash, Wharton has peanuts. There's a ball hit right back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Mr. Carter. And that is only the first hit given up. So that has actually completed 8 innings of no runs, no hit baseball by Mr. Dart.
The third baseman, Josh Cruz.
Josh Cruz will now come up. Cruz was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Darden pitching from the stretch. Slide step. There's a ball hit for left field. Going back is Meza, and that ball hits the base of the wall in fair territory. Rounding to third base and struggling to get there was Carter. He'll be at third base, and that will be a one-out double for Josh Cruz. That was a solid hit ball. And you have runners at second and third with one out. Coming up now, the catcher, John Ramirez. Ramirez was a strikeout victim back in the second inning. 4 strikeouts for Darden, and he sure could use one right now. Pitching from the stretch, runners at second and third, one out here in the top of the fourth inning. Checks in with Pineda. He throws in a swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike one. On deck is Zach Hutchison. Hutchison popped out to Pineda back in the second inning. The task at hand now is for Darden to find a way to get through Ramirez. The 0-1 pitch. There's another swing and a miss. And now he is 2/3 of the way of completing that task and getting his 5th strikeout here in the fourth inning. Working fast on the rubber, ready to go, is Darden. He checks the runners at second and third. He kicks and fires. There's another swing and a miss, and what a big strikeout that was for Darden. And he showed up big then. Went right at him. 3 strikes, 1 out. Brings up now, as we mentioned, Zach Hutchison, the right fielder for these Coastal Bend Cougars. Well, now ready to go is Mr. Darden. There's a swing and a foul tip off the mask of Pineda. And, man, this could be a strong statement made right now by Darden to get through this. Darden rubs the brim of his caps, talking to himself, saying just hit your spots. Ready to deliver to Pineda, the 0-1 pitch. Checks the runners at second and third. Steps off the rubber. Being the pitcher that he is, didn't like the situation and the feel of things. Gets adjusted. Checks back in with Pineda. Pineda gives the signal. Darden's ready to deliver. There's a pitch on the outside corner, and it is a strike call, and it is quickly 0-2 to Zach Hutchison. What a statement this could be for Coach Keith Case and the Pioneers if Mr. Darden can close out here, leaving runners at second and third. The 0-2 pitch, that ball is hit foul down third base line, running out of real estate with Blakeney, and they'll go back and do it again. 0-2 is the count, 2 outs, runners at second and third. Was a quick pop fly to center field to get Zamunio. Got back-to-back hits, Carter with a single and Cruz with a double. Then a big strikeout to Ramirez, and now the 0-2 pitch about to be offered up to Hutchison. Darden checks in with Pineda. Kicks, fires. There's a swing and a ball hit well toward the right field, going back, and that ball is going to be out of here for it's a foul ball. Foul ball. Wow. You're talking about a game of inches. From our vantage point, it looked like that ball, it was hit high enough, but it was just on the right side of the foul pole. And you're talking about a game of inches, and everyone is breathing a sigh of relief in Pioneer Nation. So now this is a way to go and say, come on, big boy, you got your hit. Now let's go sit down. Hutchison stepping in, realizing that he's got to do it again. There's a ball hit sharply down third base line past a diving Blakeney, and it gets past the Meza, and advancing to second base is going to be Mr. Hutchison. Hutchison, he'll be credited for 1 RBI for sure. He got a single and advanced on the error in right field, or left field, I should say. So now Coming out to talk will be Coach Keith Case. Carter comes in. That was the RBI. Cruz comes in. That was the unearned run. And at second base is now Hutchison with 2 outs, and the Pioneers see their lead cut in half, 4-2. There is a meeting at the mound. Don't see any bullpen activity for the Pioneers, so Coach Keith Case is just telling Darden to stay calm, cool, and collected. Now, he did have a slight radar on Darden. Wanted to make sure that he didn't exceed 75 pitches on today. At least that was the onset. At the beginning, he had 42 pitches under his belt at this third inning of work start, and he has 14 pitches here. So unofficially, we have 56 pitches that he's had under his belt. So Esquivel now will come up. He tapped out to Darden back in the second inning. 4-2 is our score. Pioneers up. Darden checking in with Pineda. He delivers inside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. So the error caused the extra run to come in for the Pioneers. Checking. The runner at second base is Darden. He slide steps, and that ball is right underneath Pineda. Wasn't able to pick it up, and advancing to third will be Hutchison. Hutchison is not the issue right now. The issue is Adam Esquivel. Esquivel has a 2-0 count. Is what you would consider a hitter's count. As Darden was sailing right along, has his first struggle of today's event. There's a ball fouled back out of play, and the count will move to 2-1 strike. We're in Game 1, scheduled for Game 2 of this doubleheader, featured right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Pioneers Baseball. Don't that sound good, Mr. Groover? The voice of Pioneers Baseball. So now a couple of balls have been administered. We'll find out here as the 2-1 pitch being offered up from Darden. There's a ball hit sharply to the third baseman. Blakely knocks it down, got enough time, and makes the 5-3 putout. Good dig by Barfield to help out his third baseman. So we've got 3.5 innings of work in, 2 runs off of 2 hits, and you had 1 error and 1 runner left on base. Pioneers lead's been cut in half. 4-2 is our score. We're going to take us a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Pioneer Baseball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best-kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial a toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. And welcome back to Wharton, Texas. Pioneers on top of the Cougars by the score of 4-2. The Pioneers will have Pineda, Meza, and Mr. Reed coming up to bat for them in this bottom of the 4th inning. Pioneers trying to keep the forces rolling. They take this 4-2 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch is swung on and fouled out of play for strike 1 to Rene Pineda. Pineda reached by an error by the second baseman Esquivel back in the second inning. He swings and fouls that one back, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Game 1 of Game 2 here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Pitch offered up, and there's a ball tapped, foul down third base line. When I tell you Randy Sanchez works fast, he works fast. And he's ready to deliver again. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the ball has just been released back to Ramirez, and he's on the rubber ready to pitch. He's standing in the full pitch or the windup, and he's ready to deliver. The 1-2 pitch. There's a ball tap foul again, and we're going to see if we can get a time on this. As the ball is in his hand right now, he's locked and ready to go. No kidding. Under 3 seconds, he's ready to pitch. The 1-2 pitch offered up. There's a breaking ball. That one misses, and it's 2-2. The ball's back in his hand right now, and he's on the mound, ready to go again. And the 2-2 pitch, and that misses outside, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the ball's right back in his hand, and he's ready to release again. The payoff pitch on the way, breaking ball, misses, ball 4.
Good bat right there, 1-8.
Wow. They got it at 4.86 seconds. It's slow for a 40, but that's quick for a pitcher. Under 5 seconds, he's ready to go back to work. Luke Meza comes up. He flied out to the center fielder, Gatlin, back in the second inning. Runner at first base is Pineda. Decent speed. He doesn't go. There's a ball hit sharply toward left field. Could be trouble. Foul. 0-1's the count. Meza wrapped up, ready to go. Now, we'll see what happens. We got some bullpen activity going on for Coastal Bend and for the Pioneers. Number 26 warming up is Fernando Martinez. And number 5 for the Coastal Bend Cougars is Theo Solano. Breaking ball. The big winder misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And this young man, he's ready to go again. He is fast, and that kind of gets into the psyche sometimes of these batters. There's a ball hit straight up into center field, and that ball might be trouble, and finally getting in was Gatlin. Kind of hung up there. It seems like the second baseman and shortstop, Gallegos and Escobar, said, I don't want it. They said, no, you get it. And Mr. Gatlin said, I'll take it. For out number 1 brings up Anthony Reed. Reed grounded out to the second baseman, Escobar, back in the second inning. That last pitch was 4 seconds. He was ready to go. Unreal. Ups and slide. There's a ball popped straight up. The catcher, Ramirez, giving chase, and he runs out of real estate, as you probably heard that hit on the rooftop of the press box here at Tiger Stadium. Makes it 0-1. Mr. Anthony Reed. Reed playing center field today. Ready to face off, and he takes ball 1. 1-0 is the 1-1 is the count. 4-2 is our score here in the bottom half of this 4th inning. The runner goes a swing and a miss, and there's going to be a stolen base for Pineda. Oh, did they say it was out? Wow. Now here comes Coach K. So you cannot tell me that ball was stolen clearly. The base was stolen clearly. Now Coach Case is coming out. Pineda is still on second base, and Coach Case is pointing to second base and says, now I need you to explain this to me where it was a ball. It was a ball on the pitch. 2-1 is the count. So now Coach Keith Case is still arguing his calls. Meanwhile, Pineda has yet to return to the dugout. And the only thing I could assume is that Pineda stole a base and the second baseman, Escobar, kept the tag on him. And when he came off of the bag, he was out. That's the only thing I can see because the base was clearly stolen. But now if you're keeping the books, You put that down as caught stealing. So it would go down as a 2-4 in my book. I'm not the official book, but nonetheless, it's 2 outs for the Pioneers. So Coach Case pleads his case to no avail. The count goes to 2-1 now to Mr. Anthony Reed. 2-1's the count, 2 outs, 4-2 is the score. Pioneers get 1 foul back. Does Mr. Reed. As old Jesse Jackson said back in 1988, he kept hope alive. So the 2-2 pitch now being offered up. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and it makes it all 4 right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Pioneers on top, 4-2. 3 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 1st, and the breaking ball is fouled back. And we'll go back and do it all over again. Sanchez trying to complete his 4th inning of work. As he steps in, he had 52 pitches at the beginning of this 4th inning. He throws another breaking ball. That one is hit toward right field, and making the catch would be the first baseman, Mr. Zamunio. So that will retire the Pioneers. They get no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to the top of the 5th. Pioneers on top of the Cougars, 4-2.
Don't have internet access to listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network? No problem. Listen to the broadcast from any type of phone anywhere in the country by dialing 213-401-0037. Compliments of Audio Now.
So my uncle calls and he says he's dizzy and he's losing his balance. I'm like, oh, do you want me to take you to a doctor? He's like, no, I'm going to look up the symptoms. I said, your symptoms are you're dizzy and you're losing your balance. So he said, I can't get on the internet because my arm is numb. I said, well, use your good arm and dial 911. Stroke's no joke. Dial 911. Time lost is brain lost. Seriously, dial 911.
Visit strokesnojoke.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
And welcome back. We're starting off this top of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Cougars will be Brandon Cantu. He popped out to the 3rd baseman as he will take ball 1 to start off this top half of the 5th innings, finding the Cougars on top. I'm sorry, not the Cougars, but the Pioneers on top of the Cougars by the score of 4-2. Mr. Darden ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch, and that ball is hit toward left center field, and that's going to get down for a leadoff single for Cantu. Cantu collects the 3rd hit for the Cougars here in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up now the top of the lineup, Mr. Race Gatlin. Gatlin's 0 for 2. He popped out to the catcher to a diving Pineda back in the 3rd inning and was a strikeout victim in the 1st inning. Now ready to go. There's a ball, and that hits the batter. Tried to square around and bunt, but end up hitting the pitcher. That's the 3rd hit batter today for Mr. Darden. Bailey Darden
brings up the shortstop.
Still ready to work. Darden now has runners at 1st and 2nd. Trey Gallegos now ready to bat. He's 0 for 2. Tapped out to Darden back in his last at bat, and he tried to bunt that one. Now, here's what frustrates me as an old ball player. This guy, is he bunting for a hit, or is he trying to sacrifice bunt? Now, if he's sacrificing bunt, he needs to square around and give himself up. That's why they call it a sacrifice. Don't worry about stats. Play for the team. 0-1 is the count as Darden ready to face Trey Gallegos. He lays around and he bunts that one toward the first base side. Darden takes it and hits the batter running down the line. They're going to call the batter out. Looks like they called the batter out. Now pleading the case is going to be the head coach for the Cougars, Coach Chavez. So everyone is going to have to go back. They're going to call runners interference. So actually, oh no. It looks like the coach for the Cougars has just been ejected. And now here comes Resendez. And Resendez is giving the home plate umpire an earful right now. Home plate is walking away from him and saying, hey, I'm not going to have this. There's already been one ejection. Pretty soon they're going to have to have a player manager to coach these guys. Oh, my. I mean, the runners are gone back. You can hear Pioneer Nation kind of giving now that is Brian Burley. Burley is the recruiting coordinator. Oh, now Mr. Burley is gone. Unbelievable. 2 ejections off of 1 call. So what's detrimental to that right now is that there's another game to be played. And these guys are going to have to leave the premises. You can't make the line up for the next game. Oh, my. So now what's going to happen is Trey Gallegos is actually going to be 1-3, and we're going to put interference down. And it is runners going to stay at first and second. So Cantu, who had advanced on what had been a sacrifice bunt, is back at second base. Well, Chavez is still in, so Chavez is still in. So there's only 1 ejection. Chavez, the head coach, but Brian Burley, it looked like he had tossed both Chavez and Burley. I mean, and Burley is livid over there on the bullpen. They're going to have to escort him away from the premises. What was a smooth game rolling right along had his first major hiccup. So Benny Zamunio comes up to bat. He's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. Now they got some confusion on the side of Coastal Bend's dugout. Who's going to coach first? Who's at third? I don't know. Is at the plate. There's another attempt, but a back throw, snap throw, got the runners hung up. Barfield now running, pumps, and gets the tag. Are they going to get it? Oh, no, everybody's back safe. No way. No way. There was runners caught up, and advancing to third base was Cantu. Oh, my. And Cantu advances to second base. Gatlin, who should have been out, ends up back at first base. Wow. A lot of drama going on here in the top of the 5th inning. Meanwhile, it's 1 out, no count to the batter, Zamunio. Pitch offer, the runner goes. A bunt attempt to throw down to second base. They cut it off. They might have had that guy caught at second, Gatlin, so he'll be credited for the stolen base. So runners are at second and third. The count was a bunt attempt. So it should be 1 strike at least. There's a swing and a miss, and that's 2 out. Yes, sir. That's a strikeout, number 6, in what has been a chaotic 5th inning. So Carter, who got a single and scored back in the fourth inning. He was hit by pitch in the first inning. He comes in now with runners at second and third, top of the fifth inning. Pioneers still on top by the score of 4-2. And we've had some excitement to brew up here in this fifth inning of play. Arden checking in. He's ready to make his 69th pitch of this contest. Steps off the rubber. And we're trying to do the work. They still got Burley over there. He is moving very slow and methodically to remove his uniform. Maybe he heard about the eating here in Wharton and went to get on out early and try out some of the eateries here in town. There is a strike called on the outside corner. It is now 0-1 to Mr. Ross Carter. 0-1's the count. Runners at second and third. 2 outs, top of the fifth inning. A timeout is called.
In the middle of his windup?
Timeout is called, so you hear Mr. Blanchard say in the middle of his windup. He's on a crowd mic. So Boneta goes out now to try and settle things out. This has been an exciting inning. It looked like there were 2 coaches ejected, only one thus far, and that has been assistant coach / recruiting coordinator Brian Burrows. So the 0-1 pitch being offered up to Carter. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and it is quickly 0-2. At third base is Brandon Cantu. He got on with a single. Hit by pitch was Gatlin, and Gatlin is at second base, credited with a stolen base. The pitch on the way. There's a ball hit sharply towards Zellweger at second base. He makes the 4-3 put out, and the Pioneers dodge another bullet. What an exciting inning it was. No runs, only 1 hit, no errors, and you had 2 runners left on base. Coming up in the bottom half of the fifth inning, the Pioneers will have coming up the top of the lineup, Ivan Garcia, Tim Blakeney, and Austin Zellweger. You're listening to Pioneer Baseball right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Pioneers Baseball.
Don't have internet access to listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network? No problem. Listen to the broadcast from any type of phone anywhere in the country by dialing 213-401-0037. Compliments of Audio Now.
I'm a paramedic, and it may sound silly, but a lot of people are afraid to call 911 when they're experiencing uncomfortable pressure, fullness, squeezing, or pain in the center of the chest. You know why? Because they think it would be embarrassing if it were a false alarm. Instead, people risk permanent damage or death because they're afraid they might get a lecture. That's ridiculous. To learn more about heart attack warning signs, call the American Heart Association at 1-800-AHA-USA1 or visit us on the web at americanheart.org.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
All right, we're ready to start off this bottom half of the fifth inning. Pioneers on top of 4-2. Ivan Garcia, who's 0 for 2. He flied out to right field back in the third, called out on strikes in the first inning as he's ready to try and remove the goose egg in the hit column. He gets the first pitch in for a strike by Mr. Randy Sanchez. Randy Sanchez had 70 pitches at the end of that fourth inning of work, and he misses with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready to get to work. These guys will be going for all the marbles here shortly. There's a ball hit sharply down left field line. Going for 2 will be Mr. Garcia. He stands up, thought about going for 3, and it will be a leadoff double here in this fifth inning of work.
Brings up the third baseman, Timmy Blakeney.
Brings up Timmy Blakeney. Blakeney is on fire right now. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. See what old Blakeney can do here. as he fouls his first pitch back. 0-1 is the count. Blakeney started off today's contest batting .300. Got a runner in scoring position. See what can happen. There's a ball hit toward the shortstop up the middle. It's going to be a base hit, and Keith Case is going to hold up the runner, Garcia, at third base, and it will be the third triple for Blakeney in today's contest.
Brings up the second baseman, Austin Zellweger.
Zellweger will now come up. Zellweger got on, reached by an error in the third inning. He scored in that 3-run inning of the third inning for the Pioneers. He's coming in. He got a sacrifice RBI back in the first, so he technically is 0 for 1 for today. Ready to receive the pitch is upstairs for ball one. 1-0 is the count. 4-2 is our score here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Scheduled for 7. Pioneers on top 4-2. The runner goes. They don't even attempt to make the throw. And walking in at second base will be Blakeney. Strike was the call. Was it a ball? No, strike was the call. 1-1's the count. Breaking ball. That one misses. Makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1's the count. 4-2 is our score. The pitch offered up, and that misses. 3-1. Mr. Burrows is still sitting on the side over there by the bullpen. Looks like he's texting someone right now. There's a ball hit toward left center field, making the chase and the catch. The runners tag up and will advance. The good catch by Gatlin. But that's going to be another RBI for Mr. Zellweger. So Zellweger
brings up the first baseman, Jacob Barber.
Brings in Garcia. Advancing to third will be Blakeney. Looks like we're going to have us a pitching change, ladies and gentlemen. And they're talking to him. The umpire just instructed for the assistant Coastal League. While they're working that out, we're going to have a new pitcher coming in. We'll tell you all about it when we return. We're going to take us a break. You're listening live to Pioneer Baseball at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Pioneers on top by the score of 5-2. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher when we return.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there is technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a new pitcher for the Coastal Bend Cougars. That is number 20, Chris Clark, the sophomore out of Pearland High School in Pearland, Texas. He comes in. He will face up against Mr. Barfield, Jacob Barfield. The runner at third base is Tim Blakely. That will still be credited to Mr. Randy Sanchez as Barfield digs in. Randy Sanchez went 4 1/3 of an inning, gave up 5 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors committed behind the Cougars and Mr. Sanchez. First pitch offered up, all-speed pitch, misses for ball 1 to Barfield. Barfield got walked in the third inning. He scored and got a single and a stolen base back in the first inning, left stranded as he attempts now to go 2 for 2. There's another pitch inside, and that is strike 1. Barfield coming in. See, he was born for days like this. Has 4 RBIs to his credit in this young season. Looking for RBI number 5. Takes time out as now you have a contrast of night and day. Randy Sanchez, who was working fast as the Dickens, Clark a little bit more slow and deliberate. He now delivers, and that falls in for a strike. Not a lot. It's almost like an all-speed changeup that this young man is throwing. As the Pearland sophomore, depending on how you like to call it. There's a ball hit sharply foul down third base line for a 1-2 count to stay in check. He doesn't throw hard, and you'll find out how and if he can deliver for the Cougars. 1-2 is the count. 5-2 is our score. The pitch offered up by Clark. That's down in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Ramirez. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Want to remind you, happy Valentine's Day to each and every one. If my wife happens to be listening, she's in Palestine, Texas, visiting her mother, who is recovering quite well. They're planning her birthday party for March the 1st. Hope they invited me. Pitch on the way. Oh, there's a changeup. That looks like more of a palm ball, a palm changeup, as we got some reporting coming in now that warming up for the Pioneers is number 22, Rex Hoyt, and number 31, Norman Medina. Now, Barfield has worked the count to his favor. 3-2's the count. Payoff pitch being offered up by Clark. Checks the runner at third. He kicks and fires, and that's ball 4. So now you have Stefano coming up to bat. Stefano was hit by a pitch in the first inning, got a single and an RBI, and then he was thrown out trying to go to second, 8-6-2. Coach Keith Case is making notes that the ejected coach, Brian Burrows, is still on the premises, and they're probably going to address it. I mean, he's sitting there like a kid in timeout. He says, I'm not going anywhere. So now they're back to action. Runners on the corner, 1 out, and there's Stefano gets a drive toward left center field. That's going to get down. That's going to bring in 1 for sure. Or they're going to wave in, or they'll hold up Barfield, as that will be a double and a RBI for Stefano. You got to like his swing.
Brings up the designated hitter, Ricky Gonzalez.
So Blakeney comes in to score. At third base will be Barfield. And runners at second and third for Mr. Ricky Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 1 for 2. He got a single and RBI back in the third inning. He's ready to go to work now. Pitch offered up, and that one's down for ball 1. Pioneers get the 2 runs back they gave up in the fourth inning to extend their lead now 6-2. Ready to go to work. That ball downstairs. 2-0. Want to remind you that the Pioneers will be strapping them on for Friday, February the 20th, and the Saturday the 21st. As there's a ball hit well, but foul down left field line. I mean, turning on that one was Gonzalez. Pioneer baseball action will resume, as we just mentioned, February 20th and 21st, as they open up against San Jacinto. San Jacinto on Friday night in Houston, and back here on Saturday. Both games will be, all four games will be broadcast right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. There is another ball. 3-1 is the count. I want to know if Mr. Groover going to hang in there with us. He said, in Wharton, yes. Everywhere else, I'll be listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. There's a ball hit towards center field. Gatlin sitting up under it. Runners are tagging. The runners will advance. The throws will not be in time, as Barfield will come in. Advancing to third will be Stefano, and Gonzalez will get the out and the RBI for out number 2, and it brings up now Rene Pineda.
Brings up the catcher, Rene Pineda.
Pineda is 0 for 1. He reached on an error in the second inning by the second baseman, Mr. Escovel, and then he got walked and was unofficially caught stealing back in the fourth inning. He's ready to go now. There is a strike call to Mr. Pineda here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Pitch off and up. There's a ball hit high, deep toward left center field. Camping up under it is the left fielder, Mr. Cantu, and that is going to retire the Pioneers. But the Pioneers add 3 runs off a total of 3 hits.
After 5 innings of play,
and there was no errors. 1 runner left on. We have completed 5. The Pioneers on top by the score of 7-2. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Keep it where you got it. I promise we'll be right back.
A station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. With over 20 years of experience as a lawyer, attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. can help you with whatever your need may be. Divorce, car accidents, criminal case, wills, deeds, trust, civil suits, parent and child relationships. Contact Richardson's Law Office located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. You can call them at 979-826-8008. Attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. in Hempstead, Texas.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
This is Betty McCrollan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You are listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Mr. Fernando Martinez, the redshirt sophomore out of Houston, Texas, a graduate of George Bush High School. Got Mr. Martinez listed as 6 foot, 200 and how many pounds would you guess, Mr. Groover? 205 is what they got, even though we know they're fudging a little bit on that weight scale, but that's okay. Coming in, he will relieve Mr. Darton. Bailey Darton had another strong performance here for Coach Keith Case, as Darton went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs. One of those runs was earned, had a total of 8 strikeouts.
Leading off for Coastal Bend is the third baseman, Josh Cruz.
So Josh Cruz will come up.
And Ramirez on deck.
Josh Cruz is 1 for 2. He got a double. And his first pitch that he sees from Mr. Martinez is hit straight away to center field, and under it with a can of corn is Mr. Anthony Reed for out number 1. Remember, this is game 1 of a doubleheader.
Brings up the catcher, John
There's a 30-minute break in between games. So whatever time that we have for the first game, we'll be back fast as possible with the pregame. There's a ball hit. Foul. I just felt some shaking of this bleacher just a second ago. Had me stumble a little bit there. 0-1 is the count. That ball was fouled out of play. John Ramirez. And there's a strike. And coming in, getting some good work done, is Fernando Martinez. Mentioned he's in relief for Bailey Darden. Another strong performance by Darden. That ball fouled back out of play, and the count remains 0-2. On deck is Zach Hutchison. Pioneers have only given up 3 hits thus far. And that one gets away, and it's 1-2. Three hits that Mr. Darden gave up. Only 1 error that was committed by the Pioneers, but it did cause a run to come in. And that one misses. It's all even at 2-2. 2-2 is the count to the catcher, Ramirez. Martinez ready to face off. He kicks and fires. There's a ball tapped softly towards second base. Zellweger flips, and that's the 4-3 put out for out number 2. And it brings up Zach Hutchison. Hutchison got an RBI single back in the 4th inning. He advanced to third base off an error by the left fielder, Meza, and he popped out to the catcher back in the 2nd inning. He comes in, ready to face off against Martinez. He takes that ball outside for ball 1. Pioneers on top by the score 7-5. We're in the top of the 6th inning, scheduled for 7. Pitch hit, ball back out of play. Count remains even now at 1-1. It shouldn't remain even, just got even. And still over there awaiting is the ejected coach from Coastal Bend. All-speed pitch that time. Good pitch. Had the batter way out in front to swing and miss. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Zach Hutchison. Hutchison stepping in, getting himself together. And the pitch by Martinez inside. Tried to put a little extra oomph on that one. Got a little out of control. 2-2 is the count. 7-2 is our score. Top of the 6th inning in Wharton, Texas. And Old Glory has not moved to neither direction. No win at all here in Wharton, Texas. Timeout, and that could almost cause an injury as Hutchison waits until Martinez is about to deliver the pitch, walks out of the box. And just because you walk out of the box doesn't mean you're granted timeout. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. Pineda digs it out, steps outside the line, and gets the 2-3 put out, strikeout. First strikeout for Martinez. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Pioneers are on top by the score of 7-2. You're listening to the broadcast live right here from Wharton, Texas, and the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
A station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. With over 20 years of experience as a lawyer, attorney Lee Van Richardson Jr. can help you with whatever your need may be. Divorce, car accidents, criminal case, wills, deeds, trust, civil suits, parent and child relationships. Contact Richardson's Law Office located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. You can call them at 979-826-8008. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Jr. in Hempstead, Texas. Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
This is Betty McCrowan. I'm president of Wharton County Junior College. You're listening to Pioneer Athletics on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And welcome back here to Pioneer Baseball, brought to you by the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We have another new pitcher on the mound for the Coastal Bend Cougars, number 22, Rex Hoyt. Hoyt is out of Rockport Fulton High School of Rockport, Texas. He's a sophomore. He is a right-handed relief pitcher. He will be facing Mr. if I can turn over the right scorecard, we'll tell you who he's facing here momentarily. He'll be facing Luke Meza, Anthony Reed, and Mr. Ivan Garcia. Pioneer Baseball brought to you exclusively on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Cannot wait until we get into these conference games. Our first conference game will be on the weekend of February 20th and 21st. That's going to be a Friday and a Saturday. Usually they play Thursdays and Saturday, but I guess due to scheduling, they will have it going. So now we're ready to go. Hoyt ready to face off against Meza. First pitch is ball one. Pioneers enjoying a 7-2 lead. Pitch being offered up by Hoyt. That one misses. 2-0. Got one run in the first inning, 3 in the third, and 3 more in the fifth. Pioneers have racked up a total of 8 hits thus far, and let's make it 9 hits. So that was a base hit by Meza, a high chopper into left field over everyone's head. Looked more like an alley-oop. So goes up, brings up Mr. Anthony Reed. Anthony Reed is looking for his first hit of the night, or the day, I should say. He grounded out the second in the second, and he popped out to first in the fourth. So the runner, Luke Meza, at first base, does not go. The first pitch that Mr. Reed faces is a strike off the hands of Mr. Rex Hoyt. Hoyt will come in, trying to stop the bleeding, if you will, for the Cougars. Checking the runner at first base, Meza, pretty decent lead. And stepping out of the box was Reed. Now he gets back adjusted. Our first pitch started at 1:58 of today's contest. There's a strike call, and it is quickly 1-2. We are at 3:38 right now, so not quite 2 hours. Moving pretty good, according to the liking of Mr. Groover. 0-2 pitch. Runner is checked at first base. On deck will be the leadoff, Mr. Ivan Garcia. Hoyt checks the runner at first. He delivers. Breaking ball, foul back, and the count remains 0-2. Remind you, this is game 1 of 2. We'll be taking a 30-minute break in between times. We'll try to come back at about the 25-minute break. All depends on how fast we can get those second lineups. Usually coaches want to maul around. We'll find out exactly what happens here. Check the runner over at first, back in time. It's Meza. Meza has pretty decent speed on this young year. Meza has a stolen base on the season. There's a ball. 1-2. Meza is actually 1 in stolen bases. There's a snap, though, down to first as he takes ball 2. Back in time is Meza. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Pioneers on top by a score of 7-2. Pioneers trying to add to that lead. There's a ball hit toward right field and making the over-the-shoulder catch. Great catch it was, going to his left for the right fielder, Hutchison, to get the first out of the inning. Now you have Ivan Garcia. Blakeney's on deck. Blakeney has been the hot man. 3 for 3. We see if old Garcia can set him up here. With 1 out here in the 6th inning. There's a check swing, but the batter did not go for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. 7-2 is our score. We're in a perfect baseball climate today here in Wharton, Texas. 71 degrees was the first pitch temperature, and that one misses. 2-0 is the count. On deck, as we mentioned, it's a very hot Tim Blakeney. 2-0. Pitch misses. 3-0 is the count. So it's 3-0 to Mr. Garcia. Garcia got a double his last at bat. Trying to see if he can advance just a little bit. And there's a strike taken. Make it 3-1. Be interesting to see right now if Meza will run on this pitch, because this would be a good hitter's pitch. And Mr. Groover says send him, and he'll just get a free pass. So he goes anyway, Mr. Groover, so you win. It's going to be a base on ball. And that is the first walk by Hoyt given up. So brings up Mr. Tim Blakeney. Any way you look at his 3 at-bats, they all look the same. A single and a run scored. In the 1st inning, 3rd inning, 5th inning, and he awaits now here in inning number 6. 3 for 3, 2 stolen bases for Tim Blakeney. He faces Hoyt, and he hits one toward right field. It's going to be foul and out of play for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. 7-2 is our score. Pioneers on top of the Cougars. We mentioned earlier, Cougars got the old Kansas City Royal look. There's a ball hit on the infield, giving chase as the second baseman, backpedaling, making the catch was Esquivel. You'd have thought Hutchison would have called him off on that with the right fielder. But nonetheless, that will be out number 2. Austin Zellweger. Zellweger is actually 0 for 2. He does have 0 for 1. He has 2 sacrifices. He got on in the 3rd inning with an error by the shortstop Gallegos, and he scored in that 3rd inning. And he awaits now with runners at 1st and 2nd. Meza is at 2nd. He reached with a single. Garcia at first base reached by walk. Pitch being offered up by Hoyt, checking the runner. Kicks and fires. That's a strike call for strike 1. We'll remind you, Tuesday we'll be in Prairie View, Texas, where the Prairie View Panthers will be taking on Incarnate Word. First pitch scheduled for 2 p.m. We'll be there live. And that one misses for a 1-1 count. And we'll be right back with these Pioneers on the 20th and the 21st as they'll take on San Jacinto. Runners are being checked. Pitch is in the dirt. 1 strike, 2 balls is the count to Mr. Austin Zellweger. Zellweger take a few dry cuts outside the batter's box. A nice hefty lead by Meza at second base. Pitch offered up. That one's fouled right back. And boy, Zellweger let one get away. That one was down Groove Alley right there. And he missed it, as old Get Smart said, by that much. 2-2's the count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Deuces Wild. Bottom of the 6th. Pioneers up 7-2, and there's ball 3. A nice bender by Hoyt. So now it is going to be the payoff pitch. Runners should be in motion if you go to the old theory of baseball. As Hoyt delivers, the runners are going. There's a ball hit sharply in between the third baseman and shortstop. That's going to bring in Meza, and that is an RBI single for Zellweger. Pioneers add another run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So
first baseman, Jacob Barfield.
Runners now at first and second. Jacob Barfield. Barfield has got a single and a stolen base in the first inning. He got walked and scored in the third, walked and scored in the 5th. And he says, enough of this walking. Let's get another hit. Barfield waits to face against Mr. Rex Hoyt. The pitch on the way. There's a ball hit sharply in the left center field. They're going to wave in the runner, Garcia. The throw will not be in time, and Garcia scores from second base. As Garcia comes in, Barfield gets an RBI single, and that makes it 9-1. So the runner's only 9-2, I'm sorry. 9-2, as I'm being corrected by my spotter, Philip Prince. He said, that's my head. I guess, okay. Yes, sir. So there's a meeting at the mound. Looks like they're going to make a pitching change. And as they do that, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and tell you all about it. You listen to Pioneer Baseball. Pioneers on top of the Cougars by the score of 9-2. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Pioneers Baseball. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there's technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493. The station designed with you in mind, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new pitcher, Mr. Norman Medina. Mr. Norman Medina coming in, the lefty freshman out of Mary Carroll High School of Corpus Christi, Texas. He is an outfielder when he's not pitching. He will come in to face off against Mr. Dallas Stefano. Stefano batting from the left-hand side. Oh, we got a new pitch in him. I am so sorry about that. Going with the odds. So Tyree will come in. Tyree Williams, number 12. He did play football for Kansas He is now here, a Pioneer, as he will come in to countersuit the left-hander, and it'll be a lefty-righter pitcher battle as he takes strike one from Mr. Norman Medina. Tyree coming in here in the sixth inning. Pitch off it up. There's a swing and a chopper foul down first base side, and it's quickly 0-2 to Tyree Williams. Meanwhile, Mr. Rex Hoyt went one inning, 23 pitches, gave up 2 runs and 3 hits. The runner at second base, Mr. Zellweger, will be accredited to Mr. Hoyt if he can somehow get in. 0-2 is the count to Tyree Williams, facing Norman Medina. Pitch being offered up and checking the runner and going back in time was Zellweger. Pioneers have added 2 more runs here in this bottom half of the sixth inning. That pitch way outside. Bob Uecker would say just a touch outside. This will let you know how that one was way out. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pioneers on top. There's a swing and a miss, and Tyree Williams goes down. But the Pioneers get 2 more runs off of 2 hits and no errors with 2 runners left on base. Going into the top of the 7th inning, Pioneers on top of the Cougars of Coastal Bend, 9-2. We'll hear from the good people from Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas, and we'll be right back.
Apple Ford Hyundai is a dealer you can count on. Apple's range of car services include new Ford Hyundai sales, used car sales, car loans, and auto financing. Certified Ford Hyundai Auto Service Department, full selection of Ford Hyundai auto parts and aftermarket accessories. Come on out to Brenham, Texas, and find out why Apple Ford Hyundai has been named the best-kept secret in Brazos Valley. They're located at 1820 Highway 290 West in Brenham, Texas. You can dial a toll-free number at 888-898-6095. There's even an internet sales division. Simply go to www.appleford.com. Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas.
All right, welcome back here to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're starting off this top half of the 7th inning. Mr. Fernando Martinez coming in to complete his work. He'll be facing up against Mr. Adam Esquivel, Mr. Brandon Cantu, and Race Gatlin. Esquivel coming up. He is 0 for 2. He tapped out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 4th inning. He comes here in the 7th and takes ball 1 from Fernando Martinez. This is game 1 of 2. The moment that this game is over, the clock starts running. There's a ball hit high into left field, giving chase at the wall. Great job by Meza to pull that down. He played it perfect. I'm sorry, Tyree is in for Meza. Forgive me on that one. That was a great job by Tyree Williams. Tyree Williams found the wall, put his hand back, came back, and was camped up under it like a can of corn. Brings up Cantu. Cantu takes strike 1 from Mr. Fernando Martinez. Williams coming in this 7th inning, contributing to what should be a Pioneer victory. There's strike 2. to Brandon Cantu. Brandon is 1 for 2. He got a single in the fifth and left stranded at third base and popped out to the third baseman back in the third inning. There's a ball hit straight in the air at center field. Camped up under that should be Mr. Reed, and it's out too. Two outs. Pioneers, 1 out away from claiming game 1 here in Wharton, Texas. First pitch offered up is a strike on the outside corner. Gatlin was hit by a pitch back in the fifth inning. 0 for 2 prior to that. Popped out to the catcher in the third, strikeout victim in the first. He takes another strike. 0 and 2 is the count. Trying to finish strong now is Fernando Martinez. The 0-2 pitch swung on and is a tapper to Barfield. It should handle it. It is a 3 unassisted, and the Pioneers take game 1 by the win of 9-2. 9-2 is the score. The time this game ends is 3:56. 1 hour and 58 minutes was the time. We're going to take us a quick break, and we'll be right back with our post-game report.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our listen live line is 213-401-0037. Dial that number from any phone in the country and listen to our live broadcast coverage. In the event there is technical difficulty with that line, be sure to use our backup line. That number is 724-444-7444. The code is 46493. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're taking a break from our live coverage right now, but please be sure to spread the word. You can join us by following us on Twitter at OBN_radio, like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're on Instagram at OBN-Radio, and don't forget to follow us on our website at www.obnradio.com. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our post-game report being brought to you by the good people from Apple Ford Hyundai of Brenham, Texas. Find out why they're called the best-kept secret in the Brazos Valley. You can give them a phone call at 936-836-3659, located at 1820 Highway 290 in Brenham, Texas. That number again is 936-836-3659. Well, the Pioneers were able to rally up 9 runs off of 10 hits in game number 1, left 5 runners stranded on base. Good work by the winning pitcher, Mr. Bailey Darden. Bailey Darden ends up with giving up only 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, and 3 hits as the Pioneers starting pitcher was able to muster up 5 innings of work, only counting up to 71 pitches, followed by some good, strong work by Mr. Fernando Martinez. He had 2 innings of work, and he gave up no runs as he was able to get 20 pitches under his belt for the combined win. Meanwhile, for the Coastal Bend Cougars. The Cougars get 2 runs off of 3 hits, and they left 5 runners stranded on base. Only 1 error committed by the Pioneers versus 3 errors committed by the Coastal Bend Cougars. So Game 1 is under the belt. Game 2 is subject to start at 4:30 Central Standard Time. This game lasted 1 hour and 58 minutes. Our time right now is 4 p.m. straight up and down Central Standard Time. So we're going to take a 25-minute break, and we'll be back with game number 2 at 4:25, where the Pioneers will go for the sweep against the Coastal Bend Cougars. This is Mike Prince, and you're listening to the voice of Cougar Baseball, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Cougars victorious by the score of 9-2. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for game number 2 at 4:25 p.m. You listen to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll see you in 25 minutes.
The following presentation was an exclusive production of the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Open Mic Broadcast Network was a station designed with you in mind. Remember to follow us on Twitter at OBN_radio. Like our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network. And remember to follow us on Instagram at OBN Radio. The station designed with you in mind. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.